Well, Henry, does it feel weird to be here?
It feels very weird, kind of walking in through the doors, and of course, I was kind of giving Barry and the guys driving us here the directions to get here, and yeah, it definitely feels weird, but it brought back a lot of great memories and everything. But yeah, it definitely got the fire burning walking in here and everything, just seeing all the good faces and kind of a place that you used to trek through every day, and especially every day for work.
A lot has been made of your return here. Do you feel a sense of revenge coming back here a little bit?
Honestly, I'm the type of guy that, of course, my first couple of times of going through this whole scenario, that was kind of the mood as far as within my mind. Of course, I'm motivated, highly motivated for this game, but the thing is, it doesn't do me any good to take the team aspect away from it, because this is not just about me. As long as I, go out there and do my job to help our team get better each and every day, and do what we can to win games, to me, that'll be the best message I can send. Just our team success will send that best message, and that's where my focus is. I'm all about executing and making sure we can do what we can to keep Dan and that offense on the sideline and hopefully put a lot of points up. That's all my focus is all about right now, and hopefully at the end of the year, hopefully the message can be sent as far as to that matter. But right now, I'm in Ottawa and I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. Things happen for a reason, and I'm very happy to be there.
Has your feelings changed about the Cats since the incident, the events that took place, and then up until now? Have you sort of had a more reflective, it's been a few months now, opportunity to assess the whole situation? So have your feelings about the organization changed at all?
Definitely not about the organization. That's why I went all out for this organization. Whatever we needed to expose, promote, or whatever, you always knew I was going to be attached to it, and that's kind of what was the disappointing part once everything happened. It was kind of like thank you but no thank you at the end of the day, because of course when it came to promoting the new stadium here, when it came to videos and audio, whose voice is on there, it was mine. So that was a disappointing part. Just kind of getting that ribbon that you get after placing third in the race in grade school, and they're telling you to have a good day. That's kind of how it felt. But this is professional football, and that's kind of the things that you run into sometimes. But I love these guys. A lot of guys on this team, I love them to death, because they became like brothers to me, and I'll still love them. But of course, if there's any day I want them to have a bad game, it's tomorrow. And so, as rightfully I should. But no, my thoughts toward this organization, this city, definitely hasn't changed. But they are the bad guys now, and that's when we step on the field for it.
Last year, it was you and Dan Lefevre in the playoffs that got this team to the Grey Cup. Now you're going to be up against them tomorrow as starters. What's that experience going to be like?
Well, it's good to see I don't have to change his diapers anymore. He'd poop on himself sometimes when he saw all out blitzes coming, but hopefully he can hold it together now. Yeah, I saw his comments about me on Monday Night Football. But Dan's got a lot of ability. I've said that from day one. I was a fan of his in college and at university down in the States. And now it's good to see that he's getting this opportunity. And we were actually texting this week, and I told him, I was like, I kind of have a feeling you're going to get your shot this week. Whatever you do, just play your game. I was like, don't play a great game. Say that for next week, but just play a good game. And but I'm happy for him. He's worked his butt off. He's paid his dues, and here's the opportunity that he's always worked hard for, and something that he's always talked about. I know, he's newly married now, and he's all excited about his future, and doing the right things. This type of opportunity comes for those who put in the hard work. So I'm very happy for him, and like I said, I want him to have a great career, just not against us. And but yeah, I'm wishing him luck, and of course, all in all, you definitely want to see a guy just stay healthy through it all.
So, Hank, another guy that might feel like you do about this franchise is Chevy. Can you talk about how he's done, and he's doing pretty well yardage-wise.
Oh yeah, you already know how Chevy.
Last week, right?
Yeah, you definitely know how Chevy's going to be for this game. He's going to be pumped up. So I'm going to have the that little pen in my hand just deflating the air that's going to be in him for the game tomorrow. But he's going to be pumped up for this game, because out of all the anticipation coming into 2013 for what he was going to do, and all the promotions league wide, and also with the team that he went through to prepare a big season that he was looking forward to, and of course they brought in CJ, who did an amazing job, and of course CJ was Kent's guy. So with change comes change, and that's why I've said that about my situation as well. But he paid his dues as well, and I told him, when your opportunity comes, Chevy, you got to step in and make it happen. That's just the bottom line. And I was like, the best way you can make your mark heard is by going out and just playing your butt off. And he's done that for us each and every week. And, yeah, you know, he's going to be sky high for this game, just as, you know, all of us are really on this team. I mean, this is an opportunity for us to go up 4 points on a division foe, a team that I still feel down the stretch will contend for the Eastern Division title, being Hamilton, because they've got that many great players on this team, and once they get things together, you know, they're going to take off. But hopefully we can give ourselves that much separation from them and, you know, start to create some type of consistency on our end. But, you know, Siobhan's going to be ready, you know, and he's one of our main cogs in the wheel, you know, whether it's through the air, on the ground, or blocking. He's done a great job for us this year, and we foresee him continually getting better and doing just those things.
Did he upgrade any of the skills there, particularly blocking?
Oh yeah, definitely. He worked his butt off with blocking, and you can see watching film that, you know, he's sticking his neck in there, and that's the thing. You know, he learned a lot from being here, and he talks about it all the time. Being with Kent and Tommy and the guys here, he learned an awful lot. They made him a better player mentally, because now he's just out there using his physical abilities to break down defenses. He's actually thinking mentally as far as, you know, what are some of the things I can do, different looks I can give to help, and also watching film to understand defenses. And trust me, I'm very thankful for Kent and Tommy as well. I mean, those guys helped me out immensely, and we talk about it all the time. Even John Dillahunt, Dobson Collins, we all talk about it every day. And but yeah, trust me. I mean, and definitely the things that he's improved on, you've definitely seen just that. And but again, he was out for a year not really playing, and so each and every week he's going to continue to get better, and that's what's the scary part for opponents.
You talk about sort of Chevy not being one of Kent's guys and CJ being. Did you ever feel that you were one of Kent's guys?
No, I never did. I mean, you know, I wanted to be, and that's why you go out and put your heart in. Because, you know, I played in a couple of systems for all my career up here, and then to embrace a new system and for us to build to having the success that we did, you know, you were hoping it would come to that. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, either you're his guy or you aren't, and you know, he lets you know that. And you know, of course, I saw what he said about not one bit, and you know, kudos to him. But you know, that's what I expected him to say. But the bottom line is, you know, I don't worry about if I'm a coach's guy or not, because just like, you know, I play for Rick, I play for my coaches all the time. But the one thing is, I got to go to war with those guys on the field each and every day as far as my teammates, and like those are the guys that you don't want to look in the eye and disappoint. And so that's why you prepare your butt off, and you go out there and work hard each and every day in practice and do the things that it can, because, you know, with your teammates, those are the guys you go to war with every day. And at the end of the day, you have great war stories to talk about down the road. And, you know, those are the guys that you fight your butt off for. And, of course, I fight my butt off for my coaches as well. But when you're out there with your players, those are the guys you're creating the memories with and, you know, going through this great journey with. So, yeah, I mean, I knew I wasn't. That's why I kind of knew around halfway through last season I wasn't going to be here.
Your prior association with this team, does it help tomorrow in your preparation?
You know, in some aspects, I know they're doing a lot of, you know, a lot of some of the same things, but you know, they do a great job of disguising what they're doing, and you know, those guys who were all together last year are back again this year, so they're a much better defense. They've been playing great football. They've kept them in a lot of games. So regardless of knowing a lot about them, you know, we're still going to have our hands full, because the personnel, the leadership that they have, you know, starting with Big Bulky up front, and you know, having guys like Simone and even Plessius, who's back for another year, and Big Bowman. I mean, they've got some great players all over the place on that defense, and their defensive backs are ball hawks. So regardless of knowing the psyche that Orlando brings to the game, it's another thing when you got to step out there and execute it, because we got to be consistent, and you know, that's the biggest thing we fought against is more of ourselves. So hopefully, you know, things will start to click for us much better tomorrow night, and hopefully that'll be the night that offensively we get it going consistently and put points on the board.
How big was coming off the win last week?
It was huge. It was huge just for all the work that we put in, because you know, guys have been fighting their butts off and putting in the mental work, watching film and preparing together to make sure that we're all on the same page going into that game. And of course, we sputtered here and there. We had some great opportunities that we missed on, but down the stretch when it mattered most for us to be able to respond that way and Kier make that huge catch after the drop that he had early on, you just saw the eyes open up and guys started smiling and really enjoying it and understanding the fruits of what we put into this game. We're now starting to bear it, and so we went out and we fought our butts off all week in practice to make sure we were prepared for this game, and now the easy part is going out here and playing. But again, when you play against a defense that has as much talent with the mind of Orlando behind it, it's always going to be a challenge.
I get the sense that this team it needed an ambassador to a certain extent, right? New franchise in the city. To a certain extent, you were the perfect guy for that role. They've used you in sort of a lot of public relations situations. Have you enjoyed that sort of spokesman, statesman role for this franchise?
Well, just like Marcel and Rick have said, I mean, we're embracing this new challenge. I mean, to be a part of something brand new is something that you don't have an opportunity to experience, every day in your career. And it's not something like you're changing an organization who had a bad 2 or 3 years. This is brand new from scratch. I mean, we're playing in a brand new stadium in a brand new market, and we're creating brand new fans. I mean, we're creating a brand new heartbeat in the city and in and around Ottawa over into Quebec. I mean, and just to see the way people have responded, they truly appreciate what we're doing, not only on the field but also in the community. And they've been patient with us, and to be a part of that and to be able to, get back and meet my old neighbor, the Prime Minister, and have Canada Day lunch with him and Mayor Watson and all the things that he's done, and even the past tenure that helped get this whole process started. To meet everybody that had their hands in on establishing this, to me, it's been a blessing and an honor in disguise. And but there's great people, and just hearing about the pedigree and the passion of football in Ottawa, to be able to get out there and meet the people and see the people, I definitely have found that out. And making this decision to go to Ottawa, to me, has been a blessing in disguise, and I'm really enjoying it, as well as my family.
Was your leaving here a bit more of a mutual decision, do you think, than has been led on publicly?
Mutual decision
between yourself and Pim?
Actually, I didn't talk to anybody after the Grey Cup. I didn't hear from anybody with the Ticats following the Grey Cup. So all I did was get a phone call and while I was on that phone, everything went public that they had signed Zach Caleros. So there wasn't any agreements. I mean, I just got a phone call, and basically the first thing I heard was, "Hank, we appreciate everything, but we went a different direction." So, like I said, it was kind of bittersweet, and you think you get somebody to a level that this organization hadn't been to since '99, but hey, it is what it is, right? It's a dog-eat-dog world, and I found out that's how they conduct business. So my thing was to move on, and one man's loss is another man's treasure, and that's kind of how I look at this situation. I know I'm not a hot girl, but that's how I look at this situation, and hopefully it'll be that way in the end.
So did you just then think that you were going to re-sign? It was just a matter of time, something was going to get done, take a couple, a couple weeks after the Grey Cup, and just let everything settle in, and then start negotiations? Is that what you expected to happen?
Well, actually, as soon as the Cup was over, my agent started making calls to him to, try to get the ball rolling. And then, of course, all we heard was, "We'll get back to you, we'll get back to you," but, never would get back. And so I had told my agent, I was like, "I don't believe I'm coming back here." And I told him that. I was like, just kind of the way things are going on here, I don't believe it's going to happen. And so kind of the way things just matured from there, kind of, put the punctuation on that. So it is what it is. Like I said, of course, once I got the call, I felt my heart drop, like, dang, like that was crazy. But, the thing is, like I said, I've been a part of something like this before. I'm a professional about it. And to me, like I said, it's just logs on the fire for me. And it just allows me to continue to work hard, to go out and help, our organization there in Ottawa exceed expectations. And, that's the path and the journey that we're on right now.
Disappointed not to be opening Tim Hortons?
That is disappointing. You know what I mean? Putting in all that work, doing videos and audio. I was looking forward to it, but it is what it is. And thankfully, McMaster came to the rescue for us and enabled us to come on their grounds. It's going to be crazy. They're not playing a game. They're not playing a game, but it's not going to be practice. It's not going to be practice. It's going to be a game. Not just games. That's going to be crazy. Not playing. Not practicing there, but. It is what it is, and we're thankful. We just want to play, and we're glad they opened up their doors, and they're going to turn the lights on, and we'll be ready to go.
Really early in the season, but you guys are technically tied first in the East. Is the advancement and the progression of the team perhaps exceeding where you thought you might be?
Well, I really can't. It's hard to answer that one because we feel we should win every game. Honestly, with the type of talent that we have, and throughout every season, every team, grows as a team, especially on the field, and of course we've had our hiccups early on, and even in the game we won, we could have done some things better. But again, right now we learned our lessons, and hopefully there were great lessons that are learned, and we'll continue to show improvement. But again, we step out there on the field for one thing, and that's to win. And all that expansion crap, we don't believe in that stuff because Coach Rick Campbell and Marcel, they did a great job in their staffs of bringing together some great players. I mean, when I saw the dispersal draft and we got the likes of John Delahunt and seeing Pottinger and a number of the different guys that we all brought aboard, coming into the fold, these guys are experienced guys who know how to win. Pottinger, he's got a great cup ring, and he's got a lot of playoff and game experience. And that's clear across the board. And just seeing the talent they brought in from the States and through the draft, I mean, we got some good players in that room, and right now, like I said, we're just trying to speed up this process to get everybody on the same page of understanding what we're trying to get done. And the quicker that happens, when things start to click, you'll see something special on the field.
Good, folks.
Cool.